Hi guys. All right, so you are going to make a weather vane that moves in the wind. It's free flowing in the wind. So the first thing you're gonna need is 2 paper plates, which I have right here. You're gonna need some sort of a straight pin or a sewing needle. So a straight pin looks like this. It's just a pin that you would put in, I don't know if you can see that you can put in clothing. It's got a little knob on the top, but if you don't have that, you can get a sewing needle too. It does the same thing. You need a pencil that is unsharpened and still has the eraser at the top. You need a piece of paper, or like this was actually a flashcard, like a note card that I just cut into a triangle, so it's a little stiffer. A straw, and some tape and a marker, and then a little ball of either Play-Doh or modeling clay or something that you can stick the pencil into, and then it will hold it upright. So if you use Play-Doh, I mean, you're not going to get it back again. It's going to harden, which is kind of the point. So first thing is you need to know where northeast, southwest is. So you are going to draw on your plate. You are going to draw northeast, southwest. You're going to make a little compass on your plate, but on the underneath side of it. So you want it to be on this side. So I'm just going to do a really super duper simple north, east, south, west. And I would like for you to go ahead and decorate it, make it use a ruler, be really, really integral and specific with it. If you want to add your crisscrosses, if you want to put, like, this would be northeast, this would obviously be northwest and southwest and southeast. Put as much into it in an artistic ability as you'd like on this part. Then you are going to cut just a little baby hole in the middle of that, because your pencil is actually going to stick up out of there. So I'm going to poke a little hole with the end of my scissors. You can use a knife, you can use an X-Acto knife, whatever you want, but you just need enough of a hole for the pencil to stick through. Then on your straw, I would suggest, if you have a bendy straw, that you go ahead and cut the bendy part off, because we don't want anything bending. And then I also think that you should cut 2 little strips so that into the end of the straw, so that you can put your little flag in it. So I'm just going to slide my piece of paper. Then what I have is a little arrow. Everybody see how I did that? All right, now from here, so we're going to start getting things a little interesting. You're going to take your pin, you're going to take your straw, and you're actually going to poke the pin through the straw, down one side, out the other, and then into the top of the pencil eraser. So I'm going to try to, if you have a straw with lines on it, try to match up your lines. And you do want it to be as absolutely up and down, like perpendicular as possible, because if the needle doesn't go through your straw and out the other side perfectly up and down, then it's not going to sit correctly on your pencil. So now that I have my pin, can you see it? Like that. Now that I have my pin through the straw, I'm actually going to stick the pin into the top of the pencil eraser. And then what I end up with is a nice, maybe. All right, there we go. What I end up with is a free moving, spinny weather vane. Now, your pencil goes through the hole of your compass, so that hole that we created right through the center. And then right here, you are going to put your Play-Doh or whatever it is that you're using. You're going to put that to the center of this plate, and you're going to stick this in there so that the pencil stands upright. And then you secure the 2. So you might have to, like, maneuver it a little bit so it's nice and lined up, but then you just use a piece of tape or a couple pieces of tape to make those stick together. So I'm gonna put some tape around my edges. Now, what happens when you do this, what you've created is, when the wind blows and you take this outside, it is going to point in the direction that the wind is blowing. So let's say I remember I have a compass on my ceiling. So I'm gonna go ahead and match this compass up to the compass on my ceiling and line it up so that north is truly pointing north. All right, so my north is that way. Now, if I blow, that means the wind is blowing that direction. Well, when I match this angle to what's on here, that's northwest. If you look at your compass, that arrow is pointing the direction that your wind is blowing. So all you have to do is go outside, line up your north with actual north, line up your compass so that your north is pointing to wherever north is, and then just hold it and wait for the wind to blow. And when the wind blows, it'll point, some direction, and you'll be able to tell exactly what direction the wind is blowing. Now, you'll also be able to tell, depending on how ferociously it moves, you'll be able to tell how hard the wind is blowing. So that will help you in identifying your wind direction and wind speed when you are putting your observations in your weather journal. Hit me up if you have any questions. Bye-bye.